What would you do if the person you've secretly liked for months suddenly came to your apartment? Most people would try to stay calm, but Rachel does the exact opposite. Instead of creating the perfect romantic evening, she ends up putting on one of the most awkward and hilarious performances in Friends history. Today, we're breaking down one of the funniest episodes where love, comedy, and complete disaster come together. Let's get started. The setup. The episode begins with Rachel believing she's finally found the perfect chance to confess her feelings to Josh. She's planned everything in her head and imagines the evening ending with a romantic confession. But nothing in Friends ever goes according to plan. Rachel becomes convinced that her lucky outfit will help everything work out. Her confidence quickly turns into overconfidence, and before anyone realizes it, she's wearing a cheerleader costume and preparing to perform. Everyone around her knows this is a terrible idea, but they're also too curious to stop her. The cheerleader disaster. Rachel starts cheering for Emily in the loudest and most dramatic way possible. Instead of looking charming, she becomes louder, more emotional, and completely out of control. The funniest part is everyone's reaction. No one knows whether they should help her or simply watch the disaster unfold. This scene perfectly shows why Jennifer Aniston is one of the greatest sitcom actresses ever. Every facial expression, every awkward pause, and every mistake feels completely natural. Everything gets worse. If the cheerleading routine wasn't embarrassing enough, things become even more chaotic. Rachel starts struggling with her costume. She's uncomfortable. She's nervous. She keeps talking without thinking. Every attempt to recover only creates another embarrassing moment. The audience can't stop laughing because we've all had moments where we wanted everything to be perfect, only for everything to fall apart. The emotional confession. Finally, Rachel gives up pretending. She admits the real reason Josh is there. She tells him she invited him because she's liked him for a long time. It's an honest, emotional moment that completely changes the mood of the episode. For the first time, the comedy pauses and the characters become real. Josh's surprise. Josh then shocks Rachel with an unexpected confession. He admits that he liked her too. He wasn't buying suits because he needed them. He kept coming back simply because he wanted to see Rachel. This is the emotional payoff the audience has been waiting for. For a few seconds, it finally feels like Rachel's plan actually worked. Reality steps. But life isn't always that simple. Josh explains that his marriage has recently ended. Even though he likes Rachel, he isn't emotionally ready for another relationship. Instead of creating unnecessary drama, the writers give the characters a mature and believable conversation. It's one of the reasons Friends still feels relatable today. One final twist. Just when Rachel thinks it's completely over, Josh suddenly changes his mind. He returns. Rachel immediately becomes excited again. The two decide to go inside for coffee, making it look like everything might finally work out. But before the audience can relax, the episode ends with one final hilarious joke, reminding us that Friends always knows how to finish with a laugh. Final review. This episode is the perfect combination of romance, embarrassment, and comedy. Rachel's confidence slowly turns into panic, but her honesty eventually wins. Jennifer Aniston delivers one of her funniest performances, while the supporting cast makes every awkward moment even more entertaining. The episode proves that sometimes the biggest disasters create the most unforgettable memories. If you're introducing someone to Friends for the first time, this is definitely one of the episodes they should watch. Final rating comedy, 10 out of 10. Romance, 9 out of 10. Awkward moments, 10 out of 10. Overall rating, 9.7 out of 10. If you enjoyed this review, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comments which Friends episode you want me to review next.